Welcome back to the channel. So last time I tried playing, it was version 0.14, I believe. And I did a review on it to see how the performance was and how it plays and all that. And I guess I haven't played it much since then. And so now there is release 0.4, and I hear that a lot's been changed since then. A lot of updates, a lot of changes has been done to the game since version 0.14. So I am planning to test it today and go over some of the uh, goods and bads about it, I guess, and uh, and just give you guys tips as to how you could get better performances out of it, I guess, and just take for a test drive. Okay, all right, let's get to it. All right, we are in the game. First thing you guys will notice is I went ahead and showed uh, frame my frame rate counter right there at the top, as you can see. So you can see the frame rates I'm getting, the CPU usage, GPU usage at the top. So just to get an idea of what type of frame rates I'm getting. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and turn the volume down a little bit on here because it's a little loud and I want to be able to hear myself when I talk, and also you guys can hear me. So I'm going to turn this volume down a little bit. Okay, all right. I hope that's better. So we're going to do a quick test. Before I do that, let me go over my settings with you guys can see what I'm running. I am able to run on all the settings at max. I'm running a 4K resolution, and my graphics, I set it to max. So I got the upscaling mode of DLSS, and I got it to ultra quality 4X. This is a very important feature to turn on. If you guys, I highly recommend you turn on the anti-aliasing multi-sample to 4X. If you can do 2X, I mean, if you can do 4X, go ahead and do 4X. Better than 2X, obviously, but this is one feature I would say you absolutely should keep. 4X, preferably 4X. If your computer can handle it, give off whatever you can to keep that 4X. So, but everything is ultra high. Everything is set to ultra. Now, this optimized rendering, I'll show you this. This is actually, it's an important feature to turn off if your computer can handle it. Now, for me, I'm already running at 60, so when I had it on, I was at 60. I had it off, I'm still at 60, but it says here that it's extremely high performance cost to turn it off. And the reason why is because it redraws the rendering more frequently when you turn it off. So I'll show you. It's hard to explain, but I mean, you can leave it off, but it's a good. You can leave it on. I'm sorry, but it's a good feature to have off if you can afford to have it off. And then one other one I wanted to show you guys, these shadows right here. So these experimental sim shadows, I have them on. It says also here that this is also an extremely costly setting to turn on, and it's good to have it on. I'll show you the reason why in the game. When you turn it off, a lot of the shadows look like they're glitching at a distance. So when you're driving past the vegetation, the shadows, the way they casts to the floor or onto themselves, from a distance, you can see them glitch because they're trying to re-render the shadows onto themselves and onto the floor. And when you have this feature turned on, then everything becomes static. It doesn't glitch. It looks more realistic. It's it says it's a high cost to turn it on. For me, I didn't see a difference. I mean, my frame rates per second was already at 60, and when I turned it off, it was still at 60. So maybe because my system specs were good enough. But I recommend you guys to play with that. Even though it says it's experimental, it's actually a good feature to turn on. So anyway, that's enough. Let's get into the game. I'm gonna do, let's see, something simple. Let's just do, I don't know. What do you guys think? Something real simple, easy. Let's do this Monza. That one. Okay. Something simple. Another thing I noticed, I played this game already, by the way, once or twice, just before I'm doing this review for you guys. And I've noticed certain stages, they tend to stutter a little bit, at certain places. And certain levels don't stutter at all. Like the entire level is smooth. So I don't know. Maybe, I guess it's still a beta. I guess they're still optimizing certain places, certain scenes. But this particular one is fine. No stutters. So keep tabs up the frame rates. I'm getting 60 frames per second right here. Everything's all maxed out. I don't want the volume to be too loud, so let me turn that down a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna turn it down from the TV instead. Okay. All right. Let's try again. All right. Hope you guys can see hear me. Okay, hit the brakes. Yeah, so I mean the game feels a lot more responsive and better than what I remember playing 0.14. The well, I don't think I have the Mota when I played that version back then. I was playing with the DualShock controller on the PS5. So needless to say, this is a big jump up and experience, from when I was playing with a gamepad controller versus me playing with this Moza wheel. So that definitely enhances the experience. But even beyond me having a wheel to play now, when I had the version, when I was playing the 0.14 version, that was also actually an optimized version. It was playing pretty well as far as the graphics were maxed out and still getting good frame rates. But I guess the difference here is that I think the physics are better. The physics feels more realistic. When you turn curves, when you push the brakes, the way the car feels, it just feels more realistic. I'm not gonna say I'm a racer. I've never raced on a GT car before in real life. So I don't really know what it feels like to drive a GT car. I hope maybe one day I will, but I'm just everyday Joe, I guess. I'm not gonna pretend I'm a racer or I know what I'm talking about. I just know that I enjoy playing this game, and I hope to get better. And that's as far as I could say. What I'm doing, it's a hobby. I enjoy it, but I'm not definitely an expert. I don't know much about the lingos and you know all the terminologies and the racetracks and all that stuff. I don't know. But I can tell you that this game feels better than the beta 0.4 for sure. It does feel better. 1.4. It feels a lot better. And like I said, I'm getting great frame rates, 60 frames per second steady, no dips. I'm maxing out everything, you know. So if there's anything you guys want me to show you, a certain, how I have my Mozart wheel configurations or my settings, just leave me a comment. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to share. The one thing I would say though, I have tried playing this in VR, and it's atrocious. It's not good, and that's the reason why I play it on a display like this, a TV or a monitor. because right now the performance is not there with VR. You know, I've tried it in VR, and I was averaging about, I don't know, maybe 50, 40 something frames per second. It was low, and my latency was high in the 60s, like, I don't know, 59, 60. So it wasn't a fluid experience at all. I didn't enjoy it. So I hope they can improve on that. If you guys would like to see it, just leave me a comment below and let me know. I will show you guys what it looks like. The computer I'm running is a 4090, RTX 4090, and I have the Ryzen processor, the 9800 X3D as my processor. I think I have 64 gigs of RAM. So those are my specs, and that's so yeah. Like what I was explaining to you guys earlier about the vegetation. So if you look at a distance at those trees, let me pick a different. Okay, well let me go a little further up here. Those trees at a distance, when you don't have that feature turned on, they flicker at a distance. They flicker, and you can see it. It's distracting. So especially here, you see it flicker. Those trees at a distance will flicker from the shadows. Even if you set it to high, it still flickers until you turn on that experimental feature. Then they become static, and it looks better. It looks good. Okay, all right. I think I have completed the race, and I think it drives pretty well. And like I said, you guys could see, I was able to maintain my 60 frames per second. No dips, no drag. Even though I'm recording this session right now to the computer as well, remotely, wirelessly to my computer, I'm still not getting any dips. And so I think the game is well optimized right now for the desktop. If you're not playing in VR, this game is ready. Well, besides those stages I told you about where they kind of drops, it's like 40 or mid 50 sometimes. But those stages are not that many. I think I saw about maybe two that did that. So, well, guys, let me know if you have any more questions, comments. I do also want to say something about you guys subscribing. I'll have a little video session to demonstrate, you know, why I'm pleading with you guys to subscribe to the channel, because I've been running my game session channel for over a year now, and my growth has been really, really slow, in spite of the fact that I have certain content that you guys view a lot, and I don't get any subscription to the channel. So if you guys could please help out with that, I'd appreciate it. Okay, guys, I guess this is where I'm going to stop for now. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk again later, guys. So I wouldn't want to waste your time. I just wanted to show you this real quick, the analytics on gaming sessions. So if you look down here, you would see that 99%, 99.4% of viewers that view content on gaming session don't subscribe, and only about 0.6 do. So that's the reason why the channel has not really been growing as much as well as it could be. And I just wanted to plead to you guys, if you could please, if you do find the content on this channel helpful or useful in any way, if you could please like and subscribe to the channel. So that'll definitely help me out to grow the channel more, and allow me to release more content. So again, I really appreciate you guys checking out the page, and thank you very much.